Hello everyone and welcome to Katy, Texas. I believe it's March 14th, 2022. And I'm out here going to show you the compost that I've been making. And I don't really have a specific area to do it, so I just did it along the edges of my fence over here, which is wooden. Now I know it's not good to have soil sitting against the fence too long, but this is a newer fence because my area isn't that old yet. So I've been making it, and I'm gonna move it eventually, but this is like 3 years in the making. But this is when you continuously add more stuff inside. Now it doesn't look like much, being that it's 3 years, but the underneath is very compacted soil that's made basically everything from cardboard, leaves, pine needles. Of course, those are the carbon sources, and nitrogen sources would be like grass clippings, any fruit peels, any kitchen scraps. Those are all helpful in creating compost. And what else you need is oxygen and water. So those main 4 components pretty much make you get very good compost, or as it's called, black gold, when it's completely done. And you can use that in the garden, or even add it to anywhere in the grasses. If you have like low areas, you can add it inside there. So that was one area that I did that. And back here, same thing. I've been doing it a long time, but it's been continuous. And this is cold composting because I never have enough, like a big space area where I could do this, which would be like at least 3 feet by 3 feet width and height. I just do this on the ground and cold composting. As you can see, I have shredded cardboard in there, leaves, corn on the cob. If I have that, I throw that in there. Pretty much everything. Those are carbon sources. Grass clippings for nitrogen, kitchen scraps, and it makes very good compost eventually. The reason that it doesn't look like it's done is because I continuously add more. So even though if you watch other YouTube videos, which I've watched a lot on composting, they say don't do it this way because it'll take forever. Well, I have the time, and it's out of the way, like away from my area that I need to use, so it doesn't bother me. Even though it's been 3 years, I continuously add more. But as you can see, that's a lot of compost that is created, and it doesn't look like much, but it's very dense inside it. And of course you have worms and other earthworms in there, which is actually really good for compost, because as they eat the kitchen scraps and other living organisms in there, they add the necessary nutrients and everything inside the soil. And that soil, you can move it to somewhere, that has, the soil is not as good, or a garden, perfect for a garden. If you have a garden, you could add that to that. So this was basically just showing you the way I've composted, and I've continuously done it. Now if I want it to be complete very fast, just don't add anything for a couple of months and all this will be completely done. Because everything I've added in there, since I keep doing it continuously, I noticed that it does go away. It's just that the new stuff I keep putting in there, it looks like, that you can't tell how much is being done if you're continuously putting more. But I could kind of tell because I moved the bottom and it's very heavy. So even though it looks like not much, just dropping leaves that I find from here and there, because I don't have any big trees myself. So I just collect leaves and cardboard sometimes and just throw in small kitchen scraps that I have myself. And that's how much I've created. That was just some of my insight on how to do it. But yeah, the main things you need is just carbon materials, oxygen, which is the air, water, and nitrogen. Those 4 components, and you could move it around from time to time, and that'll help speed it up. And I've read and heard different things about not doing it, turning it too often, or not turning it enough. But if given enough time, all of this breaks down regardless. So it's not like it'll never break down if you don't, if it doesn't have enough water, it'll just take longer. And oxygen, it'll eventually break down even the bottom of it, but if you till it more, it'll be prepared faster. So I typically do it average, probably every 3 or 4 days, I'll move them around. But since I keep adding more stuff, it looks like it's not getting complete, but it really is. All right, everyone, just wanted to show you that. Hope you enjoyed this video about composting that I personally did. And I do. Please give a thumbs up if you haven't. See, oh, by the way, those are just some flowers, like rose petals that I've added in there. You can add those too for nitrogen. Please give a thumbs up, make a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Hope to see you in my next video or some of your videos. Bye-bye.